Let's go, boys.
My name's Shayne Smith. I'm a 25-year-old wheelchair athlete from Toronto.
Shayne, you're not pushing. Let's go. Come on, Shayne.
I started playing wheelchair sports when I was 3 years old. And watching a Leafs game one day, my mom and I were sitting there and sledge hockey came on the screen. So I lost my limbs because when I was 4 months old, I had a form of meningitis called meningococcal septicemia. Anyone watching this, don't try to repeat it. I'm 25, can't spell it. Thank goodness for autocorrect, right? And what it did was it stopped all the blood in my body from flowing. So the doctors had to find where the blood stopped and amputate my left hand, my legs, and fingers on my right hand. So I was in a coma for 10 days. I was given less than 2% chance to survive. So to be here with amputations, not really a big deal. I heard about Variety Village and wheelchair basketball, and basketball was always my favorite sport growing up. I started to go there, and I wheeled through the doors and I went up to the coach, Steve, and I didn't say hello, I didn't say how are you, I didn't tell him my name or ask him his. I said, can I play? He said yes. My mom said yes. The director, Joe Millage of Variety Village at the time, said yes. Everyone else said no. He's got one hand. We've never seen a player like this before. Don't let him play. I started playing basketball. People aren't gonna like this answer because of Allen Iverson.
We're in here talking about practice.
I saw the way Allen Iverson dribbled a basketball and I just wanted to be Allen Iverson.
We talking about practice.
I mean, like, my practice regimen's a little better. I actually show up. But no, I think he's the greatest guy to play the game.
We're talking about practice, man.
It took me 4 years to score my first basket, and it was hard to balance a ball on my hand, right? Because I can't grip it, so I had to find a technique. So I wasn't strong enough to put it up like that. You don't tell me I can't do something. You don't want me to do something, or I'm not allowed to do something. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it better than you do it, and I'm gonna laugh at you while I'm doing it. And my basketball coach knew this about me. He came up to me with the ball underneath his arm, said, Shayne, a lot of people told me that you were never going to amount to anything in this sport and that you were going to suck. I just thought I'd tell you that. And he put the ball down and he walked away. Well, I picked that ball up and I started shooting, and I stayed after practice for 3 hours until I scored. When it comes to me and people doubting me, please voice your opinion. Please tell me that you doubt me, because I would love nothing more than to prove you wrong. By the time I was 15, I was playing on the Canadian junior wheelchair basketball team, top 12 players under the age of 23 in all of Canada. By the time I was 21, I'd played in 2 World Junior tournaments, I'd played in 2 Canada Games tournaments, and I was the captain of the Team Ontario at Canada Games in 2011. So a typical day for someone would be, you wake up, you spin around, you stand up to get out of bed, you walk to the bathroom, you come out, you have breakfast, you put your coat on, you walk to your car, and you drive off. Let me bring you to my world. I wake up, have to jump off my bed, crawl to the bathroom, stand up on my chair to get the cereal, make my breakfast because I'm not a good cook, and I go down to my car.
I'll show you guys how I drive today.
And I don't have a wheelchair van. My car's not tricked
The
out.
remote's on my door is broken, so I gotta open it manually.
I have a little lever next to my steering wheel, and I push it forward for the brakes, and I pull it towards me for the gas. Easy. But getting into the car, I get in through the passenger side. I have to take off the wheel of take off the one wheel, put it on the back seat on the floor behind the driver's side, spin the chair around, pull off the other wheel, put it behind the driver on the floor, fold the chair up, pick the chair up, pull it around, and drop it on the seat.
Close that.
Jump over and start my car. Anyone who complains about having to get up and go and start their day, someone out there has it harder than you do, and stop complaining. When it comes to wheelchair sports, there's this stigma of disabled athletes. I hate that. Athlete with a disability, right? I'm an athlete first. I train 5 days a week. I lift weights. I wheel around a track. I train. I'm just like any other athlete. Growing up at Variety Village, I got to do probably one of the coolest things that I can say that I'll ever get to do. I was in an episode of Degrassi. But I got to teach Drake wheelchair basketball for the show. When I was 3, I had the opportunity to meet Princess Diana. Wow. It's my first memory. How many people can say their first memory in life is meeting Princess Diana? I got to meet the Queen because of Variety Village. I got to present her with a commemorative Variety Village doll. Amazing, amazing experience. 60,000 kids. I was the one that was chosen to have tea with Nelson Mandela. And I looked up at Mr. Mandela and I said, Mr. Mandela, sir, it's an honor for me to meet you. Nelson Mandela put his hand on my shoulder. He said, no, my child, I'm honored to have shared a cup of tea with you. What a feeling. So I retired from basketball and I've started my own motivational speaking company. It's called No Limit.
Doesn't matter what challenges we've been given in life. I've been given every single reason on planet Earth to quit and to give up.
I go to schools and I talk to kids about overcoming challenges and adversities, and a lot of my talk has nothing to do with my physical challenge.
And I kept trying.
I got a message on Instagram that really hit home to me, and it's with me for life now. This little girl in grade 8, I gave my presentation on 8 Mile Road. I mean, grade 8, you're 13 years old. Sent me a message saying that her boyfriend left her and she wanted to commit suicide, and my presentation stopped her from doing that. And she sent me a picture, and it was this writing of No Limit.
We're at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario, and we're getting ready for the National Wheelchair Rugby Championships, and you guys are going to be getting a glimpse of my first game ever.
That stuff is crazy. We are in tanks of wheelchairs, and we have a volleyball on a rugby court. We have cones at the end, and we beat each other until we scored. Right? Like, I'm South African. You're South African, you play rugby, right? And you know, it's really cool for me that even though it's adaptive and it's not, you know, your typical rugby, I'm still playing rugby. Like, that's sick.
Keep working up, Shayne.
Shayne's got a nice drive, you know. He's got a motor in him, and the motor's always running. And, you know, you never have to pump him up for a game, and you just give him, you know, a nice task to do, and he's on it. He's still in the learning process of this sport, and so we give him nice, simple jobs, but he's moving up the list pretty quick.
I know, I don't want to sound too cocky, but I killed it. Variety Village has given me the confidence to become the man that I am today. Everything that I am today started at Variety Village. I live my life by a motto. People always sit here and tell us the sky is the limit. You can do whatever you want. The sky is the limit, man. I hate that. We have Felix Baumgartner skydive from space. We have footprints on the moon. How can we sit here and say the sky is the limit? Anybody watching this, you can achieve anything you want in your life. There is absolutely no limit